Hey everybody, hope you're having a great day, and if not, I hope it gets turned around for you. I just wanted to do another Retro Tuesday throwback. This time we're going to do some 1990 Bowman baseball cards. This set is known as, has tons and tons of rookies in it. The biggest rookie being in here is Frank Thomas, but there's a lot of other really good rookies in here. There's some good Hall of Famers in here. This is one of the cards we're chasing for right here. It's right here on the front of the box. It's the Will Clark 1990 Bowman card. I don't actually have that one yet. So we're going to be looking for the Willie McGee, the Ozzie Smith, the Will Clark, and the Ken Griffey Jr., and a whole bunch of other rookies. So this will be a fun break. This will be a fun thing to open up. Bought this from the Baseball Card Exchange. The last box that we got from there, it seemed like it was a box that at least some of the packs had gone through. I don't spend the extra money to get it wrapped up, but I don't know if you just saw a Jabs video. He spent $2,000 on, what was it, 1982? No, 79, I think. 1979. 1979 box, and it looked like all the stars had been picked through, and it was one that was sealed up. So looking forward to seeing how that kind of turns out. I don't know about these. We'll kind of see. But this is what the pack looked like. It was nice blue. Had a little pitcher guy on there, a little hitter guy on there. There's 14 picture cards and one stick of bubble gum in these packs. Looks like you could enter a sweepstakes with it. And just remember these cards quite well. They're pretty simple design. Let's go ahead and open up this pack and we'll show you that design. It's got a blue back. As the back, and there's the gum stain on there. That's a bummer. They come with these cool like lithogram cards. There's what is that, Brett Saberhagen, little artist drawn thing, and then it also, that's how you entered into the sweepstakes. So these were kind of cool that they got entered in. Oops, sorry about that. And so we'll kind of throw those over to the side. But this very simple design on these Bowman 1990 cards. They are a little Bowman thing up here in the front, and then a very simple name, and then name of the team on there. 1989 had a much bigger design. It was like a much taller card. Did not like them. They don't fit into top loaders very well. So I'm really glad that 1990 went back to this. But let's just see what we got. Let's see what we get here. Ryne Sandberg, nice Hall of Famer just right off the bat there. It's a very nice card. Mostly stuff, not a ton of action shots, I don't think. I think a lot of more of just the poses and stuff. But yeah, I really like these cards. Just very simple. There's Jim Abbott. Obviously, Jim Abbott's famous for only having one hand and making it to the major leagues. There's Cal Ripken Jr. So these are just some interesting cards here in 1990. Like I said, I really do like this design, and we'll try to get through these pretty fast. But that was a nice first pack. So I like this box a lot better than the last box that I opened that had seemed like there was gum missing and all kinds of stuff like that. Here's another one of those things, and it's another one of Saberhagen. And let's flip through these and see. We got Tommy Herr. There's Todd Zeile. He's on the outside of the box along with Will Clark and Kevin Mitchell. And I remember Todd Zeile quite well. He was going to be the next big thing here in St. Louis. He was here before Yadier Molina, and I think he came after Mike Matheny, after the Tom Pagnozzi years, something like that. But he was going to be the savior of the Cardinals. Did some catching, played some third base, had some okay, decent years, but he never truly materialized into one of the players that he was supposed to be. I love these Expos cards. If you know the 2019 Archives cards, they're doing throwbacks to the Expos, and you can get a whole Expos set in there. And I know I've said before, I love the Expos logo. And I heard that the Washington Nationals were thinking about splitting their time. So I'm sorry, not the Washington Nationals, the Tampa Bay Rays. The Tampa Bay Rays are maybe thinking about, there's that gum stain there. That's kind of a bummer. Splitting their time going back to Montreal. And when I first heard about it, I thought it was really, really cool. Excuse me, I'm sorry, I had to clear my throat. I thought it was cool. I thought Tampa Bay was just going to relocate back to Montreal, and I was wondering if they were going to go back to being the Expos. There's a Kevin Mitchell one. Those are really nice. I like those. They're very cool. But I thought the Tampa Bay might go back to being the Expos and all that stuff. But then I heard that it was, there we go. There we go. Hit that Will Clark card. I needed that card, and I love being able to pull. I got a lot of Will Clark cards, but being able to pull one out of a pack and one of the search cards that we're searching for is really, really nice. So super happy to get that Will Clark card. We'll see if those other ones that I'm chasing, we'll get those as well. But back to my story about Tampa Bay. I'm not sure if this is the same Darryl Cobb that played for St. Louis, who died during the season one year. There's a Bernie Williams rookie card. As you can see, it's his rookie card. I know I get off track. I'm sorry. I'm going to finish a thought. It would be really cool if the Tampa Bay Rays became the Montreal Expos again and brought back the old logos and anything like that. But I think they're just looking to maybe like split the time in Montreal. Maybe they get a little bit more people in the stands. I know they don't draw very well in Tampa Bay, but I think the idea has been put on hold. So there's Matt Williams. Never hurts to get a Matt Williams card. Just a great player. Definitely that time with Kevin Mitchell and Will Clark, and I just always liked Matt Williams. There's another Cardinals card. We'll always love Cardinals cards. And there's a Larry Walker. There's a Larry Walker. That's a Larry Walker rookie. Oh, we got two cards stuck together. There we go. Well, maybe it isn't. I thought I read somewhere that was a Larry Walker rookie. It might be. He doesn't look like he played that many games. I'd have to check into that, but I believe that is the Larry Walker rookie. So that's a nice pull. Larry Walker was a great player for the Expos. I remember his time here in St. Louis. It was a huge trade at the time, and they went out and got Larry Walker. I can't remember who they traded for him, but he really helped us during those years and getting to a World Series. And there's Robin Yount. Vizcaíno, Bobby Thompson, I remember him quite well, second baseman. There's Sid Bream. They just pulled a 1986 card of Sid Bream and brought back all those memories of him playing against Atlanta with Pittsburgh. There's Kirk Gibson. Always like Kirk Gibson. There's a Marquise Grissom. There's his rookie card. Once again, it doesn't really show on there, but I'm pretty sure that's his rookie card as well. And Marquise Grissom was a good player for the Expos. I don't know what it is. I just have fond memories of the Expos. They had so many great players come up during those years, and really kind of stinks that that's what that they moved. There's a really cool Don Mattingly one. I wonder if we can get all of these. There's only, I think, 11 of them in the set, but that's a nice Don Mattingly. You know, like Don Mattingly. There's a lot of Spike Owen cards, man. I had never heard of him before. I started getting back into cards, and there was a lot of Spike Owen cards, and I guess it stands out because Owen is one of my son's names, and, you know, he's got the first name Spike, which is kind of pretty cool for a baseball player. So he stands out to me. There's Rafael Palmeiro. There's the big cat, Andres Galarraga. Like I said, that Expos team was loaded. I really enjoyed watching them play. There's Hal Morris. He was going to be a great first baseman, and he had some pretty good years, but I remember he was a really hot player at the time. There's Cecil Fielder. Like I said, this set is chocked full of guys that I knew and I watched, and a lot of good players. Maybe not some all Hall of Famers, but a lot of good players. I remember Cecil Fielder, and man, he used to smash home runs. And then obviously it is just really cool to see a card of him. And that looks like, yeah, I guess that is his rookie card as well. But that's really nice. I liked watching Cecil Fielder hit. He was just a big old dude that came walking up to the plate. And he would smash some home runs. And there's, oh good, it's not the ruined card. These are just kind of stuck together a little bit. I'm pretty sure this is the John Olerud rookie card as well. I guess it's got a little bit of stain there. I remember Olerud quite well. He would not wear a helmet he would wear a helmet like this in the field. He had something going on with his brain. He had some sort of brain something, and I can't quite put my finger on it. I can't quite remember. But he had something wrong where he needed some extra protection. So he would wear a hard helmet. I always remember that. He'd wear a hard helmet in the field, and then he would have like a double, triple layer of his batting helmet. So John O'Leary stood out to me, and he was just a very good, solid player for the Blue Jays. So let's see who this lithogram is. You know what? I'm not 100% sure who that is. I don't think it tells you on the back. No, I don't think it does. I'd have to look that up. Maybe you guys know who that is right away. I'd have to look that up. Let's go look that up. So I'm pretty sure this card right here, I believe, is Mark Davis. Didn't really truly know who he is, but out of all the names on there, it looks like that's the one guy that I don't really recognize. And so it must be Mark Davis. So don't really like to stop the videos that much. And I mean, to you, it's just going to be a quick edit. There's Mitch Williams. I liked Mitch Williams. To go look up stuff, but I thought I would do that. There's Robin Williams. He had some really good, solid years as a player. And then as a manager. Then the cards are kind of stuck together at the end. And then this one's kind of ruined by the gum. So we'll get rid of that. Hope everybody's doing well. I hope everyone has had a good, I don't know if any of you have kids that have gone back to school, but my kids started back up, and I watch them a couple of days a week. So when they go back to school, I have a little bit more time on my hands, which is really nice. And boom, there we go. Here's the another one that I'm looking for. I did not have this one. This is the Will Clark one of the drawing. So man, doing well. Got the two Will Clarks that I want. Now I'm looking for Willie McGee and that Ozzie Smith card, and obviously looking for that King Griffey Jr. as well, and along with the rest of the rookies. But if you have kids that have gone back to school, I hope they're having good school years. There's Bobby Bonilla. He had a good career. There's Randy Johnson. And Cal Harris, boom, boom, boom. And I just truly hope that you're kind of, as we get into fall, it's one of my favorite times of the year. I'm kind of an inside guy. I don't really like being outside. I don't really love the super hot weather. I don't love winter. In St. Louis, we get really cold winters here in about January. But kind of really love the fall because I am a big, huge college football fan. And I can't wait. They just had the first game last weekend. It was a sloppy game between Miami and Florida. I don't know if anybody got to watch that, but it was a pretty bad game. But you know what? They don't have preseason. So, you know, you're going to kind of get that. There's Darryl Strawberry. That's a nice card. And it just kind of stinks, but I do love college football and really love the fall. And it's a super exciting time. Baseball is coming down the home stretch, and really, last night the Cardinals won. And so they're, as of right this moment, they are 2.5 games above the Cubs in first place. There you go. There's, who is that? I'm sorry about that. Something popped up on my camera, and I went to clear it, and it turned it off. So that's Greg Olson, pitcher for the Orioles there. So we got quite a bit. I think we will get the whole 11 card set in here. Not that it's really a set, but it's just kind of a cool thing to collect. Like I was saying, I really love fall. Really love the idea of being inside. There's a John Smoltz, Hall of Famer there. And just really enjoy it. Enjoy college football. Enjoy that's what I was talking about. Major League Baseball coming back, getting down the home stretch. And then the playoffs will start. And David Cohn on the top there. And it's just a great time of year. So I can't wait. I love the fall. I love it. I love it. It starts getting cooler outside, and just enjoy it. There's Nolan Ryan. There's another one of those cards right there. Let's go through the. There's this guy, again. Looks like this is a little run that we've already had. Jim Harrison. And cool. All right, so that pack did not really, other than that Nolan Ryan lithograph, it did not have much in it. Obviously, love this pack so much more if you got to see the, what was it? I can't even remember now. Was it the 89? 89 tops, maybe, I think it was. When it looked like really those packs were definitely sorted through. There was one without, there wasn't a lot of checklists, I don't think. And there was one that was missing gum. So it was really disappointing. And we got a few players in there. But it wasn't like this, and this is really cool that there's definitely tell that these haven't really been gone through. Oops, these last ones keep sticking together, and that's a bummer. So there's Andy Van Slyke. Really liked Andy Van Slyke. He was such a good player, and this one's ruined by the gum. That was the worst part about the gum, obviously it was such a cool idea, but now this gum is just completely destroyed the cards now as we look back and we try to search through here. But just a bummer when it ruins a card that you are looking for. So then we got Doc Gooden, or Dwight Gooden, as his mother probably calls him. There's another Will Clark card. Cool, awesome. Never hurts to have two cards. This is a pretty big set. I think it's 528. There's another Bernie Williams rookie. 528 cards. Matt Williams, we're getting some of those same runs. But you seem to kind of go through, and there's Larry Walker. It's kind of stuck. Let's see if we can get this apart. But at least the Larry Walker card's good. There's that gum. Look at that. Look what that old gum did to that. But this, this set is really like this set. I really do. It might not be much worth. Obviously, the Tiffany set has a lot less production, but this set's really nice. There's another Don Mattingly card. Just watched the movie. I don't know if you guys got a chance to see it, but I just watched the movie Jack of All Trades last night. And I could kind of see why a couple of you were like, there's gum stain. A couple of you were like, yeah, some people really liked it and some people didn't. I really thought, there's a nice John Cook. And there's a Juan Gonzalez rookie. I'm pretty sure it's a Juan Gonzalez rookie. The parts about the baseball cards and all that kind of stuff was really cool. And, but a lot of it, had to do with, I guess it was more had to do with his family and his dad and kind of the stuff that he had to do. And that part was not so great. It just wasn't the best documentary I've ever seen. But it was kind of cool that they went and talked about baseball cards. There's Bo Jackson. We haven't gotten that one yet. It would be really cool to see a really cool documentary of baseball card collecting and kind of showing that for real and not just kind of Tom Gordon, good closer there for Kansas City. Not just kind of built around a story of him and his dad, but it was all right. Really liked the idea, like they talked, they talked about the 1989 rookie card of King Gifford Jr. and obviously as as a baseball card. That one doesn't have the lithogram in it, which is weird because I thought they came one per pack. There's Todd Zeal again. The Leonard Shields. It's kind of the same run that we had. But they talked about that in 1989. Oh, there we go. There's another card we're searching for. There's the Ozzie Smith I like Ozzie Smith. Definitely collect all the Cardinals, but I like Ozzie Smith. I like Willie McGee. My favorite modern day player, which obviously will not be in here, is Jack Flaherty. I just really like Jack Flaherty as a pitcher, and I've kind of started to get a couple of his cards as well. But back to the 1989 King Griffey Jr., they were talking about how, like, it was like printing money. They would go up and I think they were mass overproducing them. I think the Upper Deck people were like, no, there was not so many produced, but they would talk about how, like, they would just print sheets and sheets and sheets of it. So not as popular, but it's still a great card. I remember quite well. There's another lithogram. There's Don Mattingly again. I think the third one of that. That card is kind of famous in my history too. I think I might have talked about this in another video, and I was talking to my brother about it. I think he actually still has the card, and talking about how it came to us through kind of a bad way. One of these things that I'm not proud of. I actually stole that card from a neighbor kid down the street. And it was not our proudest moment. And I was talking to my brother about it and being like, like, hey, if we ever sold that card, there's I think that's Jerome Walton. If we ever sold that card, like donating that money to charity or something, because definitely not my proudest moment. You're a kid, and you do stupid things when you're a kid, and you learn, and I felt awful about it, and we moved and got away from it, and I used to justify it by going, man, the kid, just, what's he gonna do, and blah blah blah. And it was just not, sorry about that, it was just not, like I said, not my proudest moment. I'll let you guys in on what I do for a living, and it might really shock you or whatever, but I've never really talked about it before. Another Will Clark card. I am a worship leader at my church. That is what I do. I do it part-time, and really it's the only job I have, and then I like doing these baseball card videos. But if you don't go to church or anything like that, worship leader, basically I pick all the songs, and I lead a team, and I sing and play guitar, and there's nice Craig Biggio right there. Hall of Famer. It never hurts to get Craig Biggio. And so I lead these songs, and I lead worship, and there's Sammy Sosa. We get commons when I'm not trying to tell a story, and then but that I believe is a Sammy Sosa rookie as well. But it is very important in my life, my family, God, and baseball cards, and just I love it, man. I love sports, and just a simple guy that does simple things. So maybe you never got that from what I would obviously. How would you get that from? Oh, that gun was stuck. From me talking on here, but I just thought I'd like to share that with you. As we go through these videos, I'll share a little bit of about myself, if you guys are interested. And yeah, so that's what I do for a living, and really enjoy it. I love the opportunity to lead people in song, and there's Kirby Puckett. Always been a fan of Kirby Puckett. So, yep, that's just a little interesting tidbit, a little bit more about me. There's a man, that gum stain. Let's open up the rest of these packs. I get these, it's funny, these big opening these big old boxes of these cards. I guess that's why I told you that story that I'm a worship leader, because we all make mistakes, and back when I was a kid, I didn't... it wasn't very good of me. So that's why I thought I'd share that story about what I do now, that we can all be forgiven for our sins. There's Dwight Gooden. I get lost in these cards a little bit, and then I kind of there's a nice Terry Pendleton, and kind of start running out of things to say and talk about when you have 36 packs. There's 36 packs in this box, and there we go, Tony Gwynn. I'm not a personal collector of Tony Gwynn, but I will always respect Tony Gwynn. I really like him. I just so enjoyed watching him play. I know a lot of people really like Tony Gwynn, and so it's always nice to get a Tony Gwynn card. And, there's a Gary Sheffield on the end, ruined by the gum. So, I just, if I start being a little quiet or anything like that, I apologize, and hopefully a card will bring back a memory. I was just about to say, that's hilarious. I was just about to say, I hope we get a Kevin Mitchell soon, and it's the one that is ruined by the gum on the end, on the bottom. There's that gum stain, but maybe we'll get another Kevin Mitchell. That's kind of a bummer. I always like getting that trio. There's Kevin Mitchell in that, but we've already got one of those. Just so enjoyed watching the Giants, and Brett Butler was one of them. I remember him, center fielder. And Doug Drabeck, he was good pitcher for the Pirates. I remember, I always thought it was weird because I always felt like pitchers had high numbers. I think he was number 15, I think, if that was right. I can't remember. It doesn't show right there. Eric Davis had a good career. Ricky Henderson. I always liked Ricky Henderson. Man, that guy could steal some bases. I know he's a favorite of a lot of people out there. As you can tell, this generation right here is where I watched most of my baseball. I've gotten really back into it lately. Was a huge fan. I would tape all 162 games of the Cardinals, and I was funny because I tape them on VCR tape. That's kind of dating me, and a lot of you kids don't know what that is. If you're ask your parents what that is. But I would tape every game on all 162 games, and I would come home. There's Billy Ripken. I would come home and watch those games after I got home from either work or being out, doing things that teenagers and 20-year-olds would do. And there's a nice Robin Yount. Yeah, is it Yount? Yeah, Robin Yount. And but I would watch all 162 games. Then I got to the point where I would just watch big games, and then I got away from baseball for a while. Decided that I just didn't want to watch it anymore, and so there was a big, huge chunk of time that I just missed. And then just recently, kind of would start watching the playoffs, and then I would start watching a few games here and there, and then, the summer come on, there wouldn't be a lot of sports on. And so I would just start watching baseball, and started really falling in love with the game again. Really falling in love with some of the players. I had to catch myself back up and learn who a lot of there's Carlton Fisk, who a lot of the newer players were. And then I started collecting, there's a Hall of Famer and Harold Baines. And then started realizing I was collecting cards who like the hot rookies are. So I'll remember, there's a Mark McGuire. That's a bummer. That's one ruined by the gum. I will always remember 2019 as the year that I kind of got back into baseball cards, and hopefully for a really long time. And just those major rookies that that everybody's chasing. I think Vladimir Guerrero Jr. I will remember forever for being the hot chase rookie. Along with Eloy Jimenez and Tatis Jr. And then my favorite of the four big ones is Pete Alonso. Really like Pete Alonso. There's just something about it. I do like first basemen, and then first basemen that smash home runs. And he is having a great season. He broke the home run record for rookies. He broke Bellinger's rookie record. And so that was really cool to see. And I don't know where he's going to stop. I don't know. Maybe he'll get to 50. Maybe even more. So that'd be really cool to see kind of where he ends up. I know the Mets have to be super excited about some of the young players. There's Jerome Walton. So it looks like we've gotten, I think we've gotten everyone in the set. Did we get a Robin Yount? I think we did. If we got a Robin Yount. Yeah, so we've gotten all 11. So that's cool. That set is complete. That's kind of a cool little set to have. What did I stop talking there for a while and lost my train of thought. But there's Nolan Ryan card. Like I said, Nolan Ryan. There's a lot. Well, it's kind of stained there at the top. It's kind of a. I don't know if it's just in the picture or what, but yeah, really enjoying baseball again. Enjoying those rookies. We were talking about Pete Alonso, and he's just my favorite of the four. And wonder if you guys have a favorite of the four. If you want to comment down below, which four of those players do you really like? Of those big four rookies, Jeff McNeil. Obviously, that's what I was talking about. I was talking about the Mets and what their future looks a little bit bright. They got Pete Alonso, but they also got Jeff McNeil, and they got a really good pitching staff with Noah Syndergaard and just now they got who they just trade for the Marcus Stroman and stuff. So the Mets are going to be pretty good. David Winfield, Hall of Famer, going to be pretty good for the next couple of years, and hope that they stay with it. But I do realize, it's funny. I look back at all these rookies. I missed Vince Coleman there. He was one of those Cardinals that I liked. But, you look back and you do a set. Oops, sorry about that. You do a set like this from 1990, and you see all the rookies, and you see all the they don't really do. You didn't. Obviously, Bowman didn't do all the rated rookies and all that kind of stuff, but you just see all these rookies, and at the time you're like, okay, this is going to be the next big guy. This is it. A nice Del Murphy. I like Del Murphy. You're gonna, you see those guys, and you go, hey, this is going to be the next big rookie, and so you always have to wonder about that. Tom Glavine, nice. I am so sorry. I am so sorry that there's Rock Reigns, Tim Raines. I'm so sorry that I say so much. I try to work on it, and I fail each and every time. And so these rookies of this year, are all of four of them going to pan out and be amazing? I really hope so. And we'll see. We'll see. I wonder who the big rookies of 2020 going to be, who the big chase rookies of 2020. I'm wondering who those are going to be. I'm sure most of you guys probably already know already. I don't pay a lot of attention to minor league or anything like that, but I'm sure there's I think there's a pitcher in Detroit that's going to be really big, and there's going to be I think there's a catcher somewhere. But yeah, it's going to be fun, and it's a really fun thing, especially when you get those big rookies and there's an autograph or you hit a numbered card of that rookie. But it is just a lot of fun. So we just got a few more packs to go here. There's another Nolan Ryan. And let's just go through these pretty quick and see if we see anybody else. What is the one card that I haven't really gotten that I wanted? Well, there's two. Is King Griffey Jr. And there's a nice Gary Carter. There's a nice Steve Avery. Is King Griffey Jr. Excuse me, and the Willie McGee. I would really like to get the Willie McGee out of here. He's a PC of mine, and I don't have this card, and I'd rather just get it in this box since I'm opening a big old box of them instead of having to look for it or buy it somewhere else. There's a Kevin Mitchell. I'm glad we got another Kevin Mitchell card. Like you said, and those are the years that I watched the Giants and really, really, truly like them. So let's really look for... Oh, what else we haven't gotten? We haven't gotten the Frank Thomas. So I'd like to get the Frank Thomas, the King Griffey Jr. Second-year card, and then I would like to get a Willie McGee. But don't know how promising that is. We've got 2, 4, 6 packs to go. Don't know if we'll get all 3 of those in the last 6 packs, but it would be really nice if we could. There's Mark Davis again. There's Chuck Knobloch. I think he's best famously known for the guy who couldn't throw from second base to first base. He had a lot of trouble getting the ball over there to first base. And another Hal Morris, another Cecil Fielder. Ken Griffey Sr. there. And then a John Olerud ruined. So, yeah, don't know if we're going to get the Frank Thomas, and I don't know if we're going to get the Willie McGee. 5, this is the 5th pack. So, let's look through here and see. It's kind of ruined. Blue Jays card, at least not one of the ones that we're looking for. Howard Johnson, Ozzie Guillen, yep, I've seen kind of this run before. Del Murphy. Checklist. And Todd Worrell back there on the back. All right, 4 more packs to go. Oh, come on. I think obviously I'd like to get the Frank Thomas, but I'd really like to get the Willie McGee out of here. So come on, we need some luck pulling. There's Andre Dawson. I always liked Andre Dawson. A Cardinal, another Cardinal, and then Sid Fernandez gets the pleasure of being ruined by the gum. Oh my goodness, I am so sorry. Oh, here we go. At least I've seen on some breaks and stuff worse crashes than that. So at least we kept it up on the table. And we didn't, you guys didn't go crashing to the ground. All right, Greg Olson again. All right, come on, let's go, let's go. Let's get those last couple cards. There's a nice Don Mattingly. We haven't had a Don Mattingly yet, so I like Don Mattingly. He was such a good first baseman and obviously a manager now. So you can still see him. There's a Jose Canseco. So we're getting a couple of different cards that we hadn't gotten and some good cards. But I would really like to get those last couple of cards. Charlie LeBron or whatever card ruin. So 2 more packs. Let's see. Come on. Let's get those last couple of cards. This has been a great box, though. Got a lot of good cards in here, so I am not going to complain, but I would really love to hit those last couple cards. So I haven't seen these guys, so maybe, just maybe, we could maybe get a couple of cards in here. There's another Nolan Ryan. There's George Bell, and who's this guy stuck on the back here? J. Bell, shortstop for the Pirates. He had a pretty good career. So here's the last one. Let's see what we pull out of this last pack. All right, come on. Oh, there's a Roger Clemens. We hadn't gotten I don't think we got a Roger Clemens yet. Jeff Shaw, we haven't gotten a Bo Jackson. So at least the last pack is giving us a couple more cards that we didn't get. Wally Joyner had a pretty good career. Come on, Willie. Let's go, Willie. Nope, doesn't look like it's going to happen, nor did we get the Frank Thomas. So, still a really great box of 1990 Bowman cards. Look at that. That's all the cards, the Hall of Famers, cards that I liked, cards that I was collecting. Couple of doubles in there. So that's, honestly, that's really nice. A little disappointed we didn't get the Willie McGee or the Frank Thomas, but hey, man, that was a pretty good box. And then all these lithograph cards that I will put to use somehow. So that was it. That was the 1990 Bowman Retro Tuesday throwback. Hope you enjoyed that. And we'll see you later. Bye.